So, okay. All right. What's up, Blueprint family? Thank you all for joining us tonight. It is Marriage Fit Friday, where we share insight and tips on how to strengthen your relationship, I
Yeah.
guess.
hmm Stay
So,
marriage fit,
yeah,
whether,
go
you're
ahead.
in the marriage or getting married or want to get married, all of that.
Yeah. So, thank you all for joining us here tonight, Friday. As
Yeah.
you all come in, please take a seat. Take a seat. This is a live call in show. So, if you feel at all the need to want to chime in, whether you agree or disagree with what we're talking about, if you want to add a topic, or if there's something that you yourself are going through and you want to discuss it with us live on air, please, by all means, do so.
Yes.
So, um,
This show's a little different though. We don't have a question. We're just gonna dig right on in, like my husband says, because we love to really just focusing on relationship ideas, mainly to strengthen your relationships or marriages. So, why in the world would we be thinking about just romantic ideas?
right.
Well, of course, we always talk about celebrating your milestones within your relationship. And of course, just in general, the whole action oriented behavior you have to have and the commitments you have to make. That's hard work. So you certainly need to celebrate your relationship and each other through romantic things.
Yeah. So, yeah, tonight we're going to provide some tips, like I said before, and some additional, I guess, information in regards to this uh, ideas to help your relationship grow and thrive. So,
Yeah.
let's begin, right? So, as relationships go on, it can be easy to get caught up in life and forget to do the little things that make your spouse feel special or appreciated.
Yeah.
So, celebrating your relationship along with doing romantic things together can help to renew your excitement
Yeah.
in your relationship and remind you of why you fell in love in the first place.
Yeah. I think it's beneficial in all stages of your relationship. So that's why we're really going to take this from the beginning stages to the mature relationship, the different things that you can do and how it can help you. But it's certainly really important to do this in all stages. And of course, not all romantic or celebratory activities have to be elaborate or expensive. This can actually be, the simplest things that are really honestly the best. This can be, anything from like the handwritten note we always talk about, little things like that, or just a bouquet of flowers, if that's your type of thing, or the candy, or even, the surprise kiss. Little things like that are really more meaningful than spending a whole bunch of money, unless, of course, your acts of service is your love language,
It's
since we talked about that.
gifting,
Yeah,
gifts.
yeah, yeah. Gifting. Thank you.
Mhm.
We talked about that this
So,
week.
right.
Yeah.
So, the most important thing to do, some the most important thing is to do something that shows your spouse that you are caring about them. So you care about them and that you are willing to put in the effort to make your relationship special.
Yeah.
So when you do this, you are investing in the future of your relationship and helping it to grow and thrive.
Yes. Every relationship needs that work. So you certainly got to do that. But just starting from the very, very beginning of your relationship to the mature. But first, at the beginning part, you're really just getting to know each other, right? So these are things where you're trying to really decide if you're even compatible, if, this is something worth pursuing. Of course, it's going to be a lot of excitement during this time. It's going to be a lot of passion during this time. But also during that time, it's really important that you take things slow and you actually spend the time to get to know each other and your values and your goals. It's so easy during the beginning part of the getting to know you phase to really just rush things, and because of all the hormones and adrenaline and all that other stuff, dopamine we talk about. But in particular, you really need those moments. You need to do those classic things that are going to help you to slow down and kind of focus on each other. So this is actually the perfect time for those cheat dates, right? Like the going for a walk or biking in a park, little things like that. This is the beginning stages. These are the stages where you don't want to kind of have too much outside noise, but more so are able to like focus in to see, is this really compatible here? Is this something, that's actually worth pursuing further?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you could do things like having a picnic. So this is more relaxed and intimate way to spend time together. You can talk, eat, and enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
You can also go and get coffee, tea, or
Yeah.
juice together. So this is a classic first date idea for a reason. So it's a low
Yeah.
pressure setting where you both can relax and talk.
Yeah. Yep. Really, it's just important to be able to connect on a deeper level so that you're actually able to build that strong foundation if it's something worth pursuing. Now you're going to move into the next stage where that's really getting to actually know who you are and not so much the persona that the person first kind of, or the representative, I guess they say. Like, you're more likely to be approached with that representative during those first couple of dates. But once you actually say, hey, yeah, this is somebody I think I'm compatible with, we've had enough time to actually talk, and dig into those questions. You remember those questions that we usually go through of like important things that you should really try to figure out if you're compatible. If y'all go back into our videos, we've talked a lot about that before, so you can definitely check out some more questions to ask during that time. But once you enter into the next phase of your relationship, this is where you really want to develop those deeper feelings and actually start thinking about the future and whether or not this is something that you guys are actually able to, build something on, or is it just, lust or, something like that.
Or casual,
Yeah,
something casual.
yeah, or something casual.
So you can also go to comedy shows. So this is a great way to laugh together and
Yeah,
have fun. You can also talk about the jokes and share your reactions. So it is a good time to see how your sense of humor matches with
yeah.
your significant other.
Yeah, I think comedy shows are really fun to talk about, because comedy offers that layer of being true, with some of the jokes and
Mhm.
stuff, and then you can talk about a lot of controversial stuff
Like
sometimes
politics and
within comedy. Yep. And you really get to see like, like, do we connect on this level, and sense of humor. I think a lot of people really
excuse
don't
me.
take into account, like, man, do we have the similar sense of humor? Is this somebody that I can joke and laugh with and actually enjoy my time with? So this is a great activity for that, I think.
Yeah. And then you can do more serious things like go to a museum or an art gallery. So
Yeah.
this is a great way to learn about each other's interests and values. You can also talk about the exhibits and share your thoughts and feelings as well.
Yeah.
And another one that I would enjoy is a game night. So
Yeah.
this is a great way to have fun and learn more about each other's competitive sides. So you can play board games, card games, or video games.
Yeah. That was one we always did. Well, we did a lot of the gaming thing, especially when you're, I guess not really interested in having to go out all the time, or just looking for a bunch of, I guess not cheap per se, but just more intimate things that you can do that don't require a lot of money. So game nights are always big. But I did want to mention with the whole art gallery thing, although that is more serious, this is also another way to be able to hit on those controversial topics, especially within art, because, art also is one of those things where it pushes that boundaries, and you're able to learn, about people's inner thoughts and feelings, and kind of looking at different artwork will provoke a person to talk more about, how it connects to them. So I really think that is one to not to take in consideration, even if it's something you're not into always doing. Museums aren't the most expensive thing. Sometimes they can be, depending on, which ones you go to, but it just really offers that opportunity of seeing, life through another person's eyes, and then opening up conversation about it will help on a different level. But yeah.
Another one that's great for the community is to volunteer together. So
Yeah.
this is a great way to give back to your community and spend time together. You can talk about your shared values and goals.
Yeah, that's important. I think overall, when you're looking at goals for your future, kind of also to what you guys connect on, if you are actually compatible as far as, those serious political ideologies and stuff like that, beliefs, maybe even religious things would get involved in this, especially if you all are into church, y'all have go to different churches or whatever. You could invite each other during that time to, do work at different activities within the church. Who knows? It offers you a peek into somebody's, values and cultures even too. I think another one that we didn't put up here during for this, but it kind of popped in my head, is going to like festivals and stuff together. Certainly, if you come from different cultures, that's a great way to introduce your culture to, somebody you're potentially dating and see how they would interact if it's something that they're interested in, or if they're not, really just see if this, relationship with them would work based off of, your shared values and goals overall and culture.
Another great idea is to take a dance class together. This is a great way to get moving and have fun. So it's also a good way to learn about each other's bodies and how they move.
Yeah, that's your more intimate. So now you're getting to know each other on a deeper, intimate level. And if dancing isn't your forte, another way of going into that would be classes like, there's these sensual yoga classes or like hot yoga classes or like exercising. If exercising is more your thing, then connecting in classes like that would be great. Just it offers the opportunity again to bring someone into your world and connecting with them and seeing how they just move with you. So certainly worth trying, especially if you're trying to get into a new relationship. Be open to stepping outside the box and maybe not always doing things that you know for sure you're going to enjoy, but maybe some things that keep your mind a little open. Like, I don't know if I'm going to like this or not, but hey, I'm open to the experience.
Yeah. So another one is stargazing.
Yeah.
So this is a romantic way to spend time together. You can talk about your hopes and dreams or for the future and look at the stars and enjoy the natural atmosphere.
Yeah. It can open up deeper communication, I think, when you're bringing in nature in that sense, because you think of like life outside of us and how we are such a small part in such a big system,
Yeah, and they also appreciate the stars. The
beauty in
the
it.
beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
I would suggest the best time to go stargazing to me is fall.
Yeah.
In front of like a campfire or open fire or bonfire or something.
In a nice country area, get on out of the city. Yeah, certainly.
I mean, you can't see stars
area
in the city, so
yeah, a beautiful, beautiful opportunity to kind of get away to. And I think the aspect of detaching from the hustle and bustle of the city life, because like my husband's saying, you got to get out of the city in order to do something like this. So it's a nice way to get into nature and hopefully open up some deep intellectual conversations, especially if you bring some wine or some food or, whatever you guys are into. So it's a beautiful opportunity to really do romantic things and create those shared memories, especially in the get to know you phase. This is really going to help make your relationship more meaningful over time, especially again, when you're trying to figure out if this is someone that you're going to build with and you want, I would say, that good memory bank of things to think back on, like, hey, I tried this experience with them. This was cool, especially when you can say, hey, we got so much memories together, It really does strengthen the relationship over time.
Yep. So next is the commitment stage. So this is where you decide to make a commitment to each other. So you may move in together, you may get engaged or want to get married.
Yeah.
So this is a big step, and it's important to make sure that you both are on the same page.
Yeah.
So on your dates will look like this. So go hiking or camping. So this is a great way to get out of the city and enjoy nature, like my wife said. It is also a good opportunity to test your teamwork and communication skills.
Yeah.
When you have to
You
pitch
put a
that
good tent. Yeah. I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Burn that fire and cook food.
Right.
Like the primitive caveman and the cave woman.
Right. You really want to do it. Get out there and catch some fish together and scale the fish and cook it on the fire. That's a real true
or go
experience.
Hunting.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. That's a big one. You go out there with a rifle just to hunt together and catch the deer and then skin the deer and all that. That's a real big feat to do together, and that certainly will bring you a lot closer together.
Yeah.
Or forging, like just for like going out and looking at, of course, you got to be careful with this. And certainly you may want to take on an expert with you when you're doing something like this. I think it's some campgrounds that actually do have like experts that would take you out and show you, the greenery of the area.
I think
so.
Yeah.
But anyways, the foraging for the food and stuff is also a great way to find out what grows naturally within your area.
I like to go back. Cooking. So that's for the dating people, the people who just started. Like my wife said, so we take a step back, cooking classes. So cooking classes is a great way to figure out for sure whether that person that you're dating can actually cook. and not make that buttermilk chicken in the oven. Fried buttermilk chicken in the oven.
Right. See if they
If
can.
you know, you know.
And also, too, it'll give you the opportunity to see and try new recipes together. See what your taste palette is like. If you guys like the same things, if you don't like the same things, give your idea, general idea. To be honest, that's true because with us, our palate is kind of different. And it's nice. Yeah, we always say, oh, this tastes a little different. This, with our kids and stuff in particular, like, oh, they have our taste bud and my taste bud because we like certain stuff. But of course, it makes it easy over time once you get to know that, how to cook together and make it so that, you both and really enjoy the food. So that's certainly one.
Yeah. Or you can go to escape rooms.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. This is a fun and challenging activity that you can spend time together communicating and doing teamwork things. Solving puzzles and escape room is a great way for that.
Yes, that's
especially to test each other's anxiety, your patience.
Your tenacity, your ability to really communicate too, right? Because you're going to have to stay calm and talk about things and work as a team, especially during the commitment stage. That's the big idea here, is to actually do things that are going to put you guys in that environment. By far, I think my favorite is the camping and actually doing the idea of working together, like how you would live out in the woods, So if you are hunting or fishing or anything like that, all these different things just encourage you to work as a team. So it's always cool to really step into those challenging activities, even if it's like a little daunting, because some people don't even like the idea of being like locked in a room. So it can seem, daunting, but to do that with your spouse is actually going to be a great thing to look back on. Like, hey, I did this with you. I probably never do it again, but I did it with you. And that's, bucket list check type thing. So, yeah.
Another date experience for those people who are in that next stage of commitment is going whitewater rafting. So this is a great way to get out of your comfort zone and experience something new. It's also a great opportunity to test your teamwork and communication skills. As well. And your endurance, your physical fitness, and also too your level of excitement. As well. So because whitewater can be dangerous.
It can. Yeah. It really can.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of those things where it's worth it to go and experience that new opportunity with your spouse and really see how well you guys work together and able to mitigate through different challenges like nature and water. I always like getting couples out in nature, because that's where you really get to see, how they survive against the elements, because you never know what nature's going to throw you. So you got to be calm, cool, collected. And that's really how you got to operate within a relationship most of the time. And willing to put in the work, at least, for sure. Next.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
That's my favorite, of course, the couple spa day. So this is great for the commitment stage in particular, because you're finding a great time to relax and de-stress. Men, don't stray away from the couple spa day. You will really enjoy it too. Getting a nice massage, maybe a facial, a pedicure if you're up for it, massaging the feet, cleaning the cuticles and all that other good stuff, grooming. It's always nice to do that together, and you get to relax together. It's offering a great opportunity to talk, enjoy each other, maybe, get into some things you've never talked about, or get some ideas about some new things to do together. It's always great within that commitment stage in general, just to continue focusing on the future and building together. So any moment that you can set a time aside to be with each other and still present with each other is going to offer a great opportunity for you to grow.
Another great date idea is to go to a concert or a play. So this is a great way to experience something new together and to enjoy each other's company. You could talk about the performance and share thoughts and feelings as well.
Yeah, it don't even have to be like an elaborate concert either. It can be like one of those simple bar or open nights where the bands are playing, or like a restaurant where the band is playing or something like that. It just offers the opportunity to hear some music and, again, that nice vibe and stuff. And two, you can open up about your own music and what you like, likes and dislikes, all that. Anytime when you're going through life, it's really just an opportunity to see your spouse and how they feel about that moment that you're in together. So all experiences are really going to be nice for you to enjoy together.
So by this time, you can celebrate milestones like making it official,
Yeah.
meeting friends and family, your first argument.
Yep.
So we're taking it a step further. So talking out and agreeing to disagree.
Yeah.
Saying, I love
Celebrate
you,
that.
moving in together, completing projects, and getting engaged.
Yeah. People underestimate really celebrating those milestones. Those are really big commitments. And sometimes they can be scary things, especially if you're new to relationship. Maybe you're getting over like fears of commitment and all that other stuff. Maybe you've never seen this done before. So it's the fear of the unknown. Who knows? But in general, when you're offering the opportunity to celebrate, hey, I'm doing this with you, it shows you're committed. It shows you're excited and, pressing and thinking towards the future with building something with your spouse. Overall, it's going to make you more comfortable and everything. So just gives that level of, happiness within the relationship that you're going through something with somebody.
Yeah. And remember, when you do something romantic for your spouse, it shows them that you are thinking of them and that you care about their happiness.
Yeah.
So this will help to strengthen the emotional bond between you.
Yep.
So next, the mature stage of the relationship. So this is where you have been together for a while and have been built a strong foundation. So you know each other's strengths and weaknesses by now, and you have learned how to communicate effectively.
Yeah.
You're committed to each other, and you're working together to build a happy and fulfilling life.
Yeah.
So things that you would be doing. So do something nice for your spouse without being asked. So this could be anything from being from helping out with chores, doing dishes and giving them compliments.
Yeah. Then it can really look in any type of way that's personal for you all. That's really, all of these things are really just suggestions to kind of get you forward. But, if you really just think about things that you can pitch in with, how you can look around, and help your spouse within your life and the goals that you have for each other. Maybe if you just see that your spouse is having a bad day or it's not the best, going out of your way to do something to help them, even when it may not be the first thing that you're thinking about doing. It just always just shows that you love them,
Yeah. Another date for people who are further along than others in the relationship, married or what have you.
Yeah.
You can go zip lining. So if you're on a vacation, a lot of resorts have zip lining. So this is a thrilling and exciting experience that you both can remember for the rest of your lives. Remember that building a relationship and going on these dates is all about building memories. So that's what relationships are all about. You bank on memories, having good memories about these people.
Yeah, and stepping out of your comfort zone.
And then also too, you can go rock climbing. So this is a great way to test your physical and mental limits. It is also a good opportunity to bond over your shared love of adventure.
Yeah. I always think about risk taking, especially, and we've said this a lot, but it's important to cultivate that idea of risk taking, because when we talked about being growth mindset, having that growth mindset within your life in general, in order to apply that to your actual relationship, it's going to require you to be a risk taker. You can't be comfortable just doing the same things. You can't, say, oh, I'm not going to try something new, even if it's, something a little scary. Please be willing to take that risk.
Another one is going on a road trip. Those are fun. So this is a great way to see new places and experiences together. You can also talk about good opportunities to test your communication and teamwork skills.
Yeah, especially if it's a long road trip and y'all both got to split like the drive or something like that. You got a long time.
Tandem driving.
Or get an RV or something like that too, where you're out there and you end up camping or something. I think you can rent RVs. Yeah,
you can rent
glamping.
RVs. Yeah. You can also go skydiving. So this is for those adventurous people who are adrenaline junkies or just want to try something new.
Yeah.
This is a thrilling and unforgettable experience that you will both remember for the rest of your lives.
Yes.
If you make it.
You will, if you do it the right way with a legit instructor. So
it's risky. Whenever your feet is off the ground, it's a risk.
That is true. That is true. But of course, those are great moments to enjoy with your spouse, especially if you're willing to go ahead and, step outside your comfort zone.
Yep. All jokes aside, make sure you have a will.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Going to do, especially if you
Right.
do adventurous stuff out in the woods and stuff like that by yourself. And even
No, you
like
shouldn't
going
go
to
by
like the
yourself in the
snow.
woods, though.
Well, I mean, like as a couple and stuff, if you're
Oh,
trying to.
okay.
Yeah. But even like snow, going to like those snowy areas and stuff like that, you always hear of like avalanches and stuff. That's the doom and gloom. We talk about the the romantic stuff
I
though.
mean, yeah, I was just offering advice, though.
Yeah, the layer of realistic
There's probably people who went
reality.
skydiving and didn't have a living will, so you should have one. So next, to lighten the mood, go to a karaoke bar, get drunk, and just
Oh.
bellow out songs. So this is a great way to get loose and have some fun. You can also sing your heart out and bond with your loved one over songs that you all love together.
Yeah. Or even I think of, what are those, we always talk about them, not the what is it when you randomly those improv shows, doing something like that. If singing's not your thing, going to like comedy improv, maybe where you get to step up there and act or something like that. I like those things like that because it makes you step outside, again, your comfort zone, act a little differently, maybe think a little differently. And who knows, it might get into some role playing or something within the relationship, spark up some intimacy that way. You never know what and type of event may pull out of you. So be willing to do those things too. Those are fun.
So tell your spouse how much you love them and appreciate them. So this is a simple but effective way to show your love and admiration.
Yeah.
So remember to continue to set goals for the future. So another one in this is looking at houses. So if you all are renting an apartment and one day, own a home, you can make that a date as well.
Home-orama shows are great for that. Where you buy the tickets and you get to look around at the houses. You might mess around and win a house because they have the raffle things, or you put money. You buy the ticket and then you can put in. Who knows? That'd be a great first time. My aunt actually won one, so that was so cool.
Okay.
Like with her new husband at that time too. So that's so cool. Like it offers just a great opportunity. You never know, again, what could come out of it. So.
Yeah. Or buying a car. So you can make that a date too.
Yeah, going looking at cars and stuff. Oh, even like antique cars, especially like car shows. If it's anything like a hobby that you have, that's a great opportunity to bring your spouse into, like your life and the things you really enjoy. Different hobbies. Sometimes too, those the like conventions that they have,
expos,
different conventions, expos, you could do that together too. Great opportunity. Sitting in like classes and stuff during those times, conferences, all of those offer great opportunities, not only to develop yourself by going and learning about new things, but also your relationship as well. Usually whenever you take the time to develop yourself and then you look to apply it to your relationship, it's always going to help you thrive and grow. So if you look to do this with your spouse, you're certainly going to hit all your milestones together and really want to celebrate this. So yeah, it's going to actually help you stay on track.
Yeah, this can help you stay motivated and on track as you can continue to grow and evolve together.
Yes.
So doing romantic things for your relationship should also make you feel good, of course.
Yeah.
It should please you and please your spouse. So to know that you can keep your spouse fulfilled should boost your self-confidence or self-esteem.
Yeah.
And make you feel happy and fulfilled in the relationship.
Yeah, I think that's important to note, that you should want to do things romantically, even if it's just goal setting, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but goal setting activities, milestones, celebrating activities, do those things with your spouse and in your relationship. It's gonna help keep that spark alive. Things, like my husband said in the very beginning, things get really routine within a relationship. You get comfortable, and that's just, it's a normal thing. It's what happens, but you have to be able to pivot through that and recognize, like, hey, we got to spice things up. Let's try something new. Let's go out and, think of something new, especially if you're looking at like arguments and moments like that where you guys are in a heated debate or something like that. And you're actually looking to think differently about different things, try an activity that causes you to step outside your normal mode of thinking. Then revisit the idea or the whole discussion or argument after you've had an activity that got your guys' minds going. It's actually going to just really help you to be able to think in a different light and hopefully be able to problem solve in the relationship.
Well,
Yeah.
so that is all that we have for you all tonight.
Yeah.
Anyone have any comments, questions, conundrums, problems?
Quick Friday show, of course. We wanted to dig right into the topic. Hopefully, you all have got some great ideas for this. Really, when it comes to date night, it's going to be personal, but you want to do things that are connected to the stages that you're in. So, you're trying to figure out in the beginning stage, is this somebody that I'm actually, connected with, that I can do something with? Is there some type of actual, not collaboration, I'm having a brain fog tired moment, but when you're actually able to come together and see if you're compatible, that's the word. Doing things like that makes you slow down in the early stages is really important, but then you want to pick things up a little bit in the get to know you stage and do things that are going to make you active, actually figure out like, hey, what are our values, what are our goals, what are our shared interests, what are the things that we're going to look to build together. So that's really what you do during that stage. And then also your commitment stage, you want to celebrate all those times where you've gotten through different things together, you've actually worked through your arguments, you've said I love you, you've done all these things. Make sure you're celebrating those times. That's really, really helpful, and of course it's going to help you deepen that connection and that bond. And for always the mature stage, you got to keep it up, you got to keep it spicy, you got to keep it entertaining, got to keep it fulfilling and thrilling in a way, especially if you're one to get bored, I guess. So don't be afraid to really step outside your comfort zone and bring your spouse with you.
Yeah. So with that being said, Blueprint family, thank you all for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
And like I said, it is the weekend, so you've made it to the end of the week. It's been a long work week.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. And we will see you again Monday night, same time, same place. So you all have a wonderful weekend. Until next time, Blueprint family. Peace.